sure you've heard all about cryptocurrency, but what is it? We've got our money guy in the house, Bruce Sellery, so why not pick his brain? We've all heard of Bitcoin.
Yes.
Can you please explain?
So Bitcoin is an example of a cryptocurrency. There are a number of them. Cryptocurrencies have three characteristics. First, they're decentralized. So do you know who owns the internet?
No.
No one owns the internet.
Okay.
You can own a domain name, but you can't own the internet. You can't own this particular type of currency. Versus like the dollar, they're all backed, all currencies are backed by a central bank, the ECB, the Federal Reserve, the Bank of Canada.
Yeah.
This is not that. Second, it is peer-to-peer. So you and I could transact without anyone else.
Right.
So it's almost analogous to me saying, Tracy, thank you for making me dinner. Here's my watch.
Thank you.
We didn't have any, don't put it there! Don't put it there. You can give it back now. That was just an example. And by the way, Cityline. This is a Cityline watch. I love this watch.
Very nice.
And third is it's digital. So now this one's kind of a red herring because who pays cash for things? I pay babysitters with cash.
Yes.
Almost everything else, like we use our debit and credit card. So that's the essence of what a cryptocurrency is.
Okay, so how do you actually use it? Because you can't pay your babysitter with cryptocurrency.
You cannot.
Can you?
You need an app. So there's one called Coinbase. You download this to your phone. You use your credit card to put value onto that particular app. They call it the currency of the internet. It doesn't make any sense. One of the places that accepts cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, is called Surf Air.
Okay.
This is a company that sells all-you-can-eat private jet service. This is not something that I am currently doing, right? So I think maybe one day people will transact with Bitcoin, but it's kind of ridiculous. So I love that we're doing this segment because we're going to inform all of our viewers, but at the end of it, you're going to be like, yeah, I don't need to know this. I'm good. I'm good, thanks.
So the reason why I feel like maybe I need to know this is that in 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, is the whole world going to be operating on this different currency system, and I am still
out of it,
putting coins on a counter.
Yes, exactly.
Looking like a dinosaur.
Maybe. That may be the way that it goes. I don't know. The reason is there's so much wrapped in a country's sovereignty around its currency. It matters. It matters to the economy. It matters. So what I think is why it's top of mind is because of the volatility in the market. So you hear people like, whoa, I got Bitcoin at $1,000 and now it's at $20,000. I'm amazing. So there's this huge rush, and we've been covering it as financial journalists, kind of like the dot-com boom. I mean, you're old enough for that when it was pets.com. I got to buy shares in pets.com. So there's that fear of missing out thing. It's become so great or so pronounced that this British IT worker who bought some Bitcoin in 2009, he turfed his computer, and the Bitcoin value was stored on his hard drive, so he has been touring landfills trying to find that computer from 10 years ago. He's like, it must be here somewhere, because there's $2 million worth of Bitcoin at current value on that hard drive that he discarded.
But it almost feels like it's something that it does not exist in real life. It feels non-tangible, and I think for me that's why I have a hard time wrapping my head around it.
Well, the Canadian dollar, the US dollar, the euro are all not tangible if you transact digitally. But here's the thing. The history of this is, in part, there's been people who are looking for a currency that can't be tracked. Who are those people? Criminals. So I don't want to say that this is a criminal currency. It's not that it's that. It's just that it is harder to track and easier to launder. So you can see, well, hooray, that's great. For individuals, why bother? We don't need to be doing this. But for businesses and governments, there are some very clear benefits. And I think we will see the rise of, if not a cryptocurrency, the underlying technology, which is called blockchain. So blockchain it is simpler. There's no bureaucracy. It's immediate. There are lower fees. And it's actually lower risk because it's very, very difficult to counterfeit and fabricate. So the blockchain is another thing we're going to continue to hear lots about, and that can be a really big thing. But buying and selling Bitcoin, I just don't have the patience for that. I'm not interested. There have been a number of crashes on Bitcoin. So if you bought it at 19,000, well, it's now dropped to 14,000. So it's like, woo, chicka-lacka-low, like that. With the sound effect.
With the sound effect, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what about the people that did buy it and then all of a sudden made 20
Terrifying.
Interesting. Okay, let him play around with it, and then he can just let you know how it goes.
Yeah, he's a brainiac, too.
Yeah.
So I should listen to him.
I'm kind of like you. I'm going to sit back and see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Right?
We'll talk about it again.
We will.